In this reboot slash requel of the Naked Gun franchise, only one man has a necessary set of skills to lead Police Squad. Film fans YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I am looking at The Naked Gun 2025. Directed by Akiva Shaffer, starring Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and Danny Huston. The Naked Gun is a film that asks us, can satirical comedy work in 2025? Can a spoof comedy exist in the modern age? The Naked Gun answers that with a resounding yes. Before I get into my full thoughts though, if you like what we're seeing on the channel, make sure you click that like button and subscribe for more video reviews that's coming all the time. But without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So The Naked Gun, this is a spoof comedy. Spoof comedies have been very degraded over the last couple of decades. They are very much devolved into toilet humor, into just reference humor. The streak of movies, like your disaster movies, your epic movies, your Not Another Teen movies, they have pulled down the standard when it comes to spoof movies, that people forget the iconic ones, like even the original Scary Movie, the original Naked Gun trilogy, Airplane, Hot Shots. These spoof movies that take the mick and poke fun at respective genres, those have been very watered down and have basically vanished from the public eye, and comedy in its truest form has kind of been diminishing in the last few years. But The Naked Gun comes along and reminds us just what a comedy can be. Not saying that every joke lands, but if I was to say that this is one of the films that has maybe laughed the hardest in a very long time, I would be very much underselling it, because for every one or two jokes that don't quite land for me, there is a good one that comes along that makes me laugh hard enough for all three jokes combined. There are some great uses of humor in this, and this sticks its hands in every single kind of humor going. We obviously have a few reference humors, and we do have some gross out humor, including that scene in the trailer that I thought, watching that, there was no way this film could be good if that was the humor they were going for. But the beauty of the marketing was that only shows half the joke in the context of the film. In the context of the film, that bit kind of works a little bit. But some of the best humor in this comes from the dry humor, from the literal humor, from the sight gags. There are a number of visual sight gags in this one, and there is an especially great use of the rules of three in this. The rules of three being, you tell a joke once, it's funny, and you repeat that beat 2 more times to achieve maximum humor, because if you keep repeating the same joke 5, 6, 7 times, it ceases to be amusing. And there is a fantastic triple whammy that you feel is coming, and the payoff is absolutely beautiful. There is also an extended sequence in this that feels like it's from a different movie. There's that comedic short film, but it works in the context of the film and gets some of the hardest laughs in the audience. The multimedia screening I went to in this one, in fact, no, it was an all-media screening in this one. It was one of the best experiences I've had. It is one of those films where you have to commit to the spoof comedy. If you want to go into this movie thinking it's going to take itself seriously in any way, shape, or form, then do not watch this movie, because this is very much about the comedy and not about the story. The story is very basic. The villain's motivation is the exact same as Samuel L. Jackson's Valentine in The Kingsman. If you've seen that movie, you know straight away what the motive of the villain in this one is. It's the exact same. However, that is not the important bit. The important bit is how they string these jokes together to bring us to the climactic third act, which pays off in that. There's a great cameo in this that has me in stitches as well. And that little gag on the trailer where they're all talking to their predecessor versions of themselves, and the one that's talking to the O.J. Simpson character just refusing to acknowledge him. That's a fun gag for those that are aware of that whole situation, which I feel like is overly published at this point. It's just a funny movie, and I cannot think of the last time I thought I saw a truly funny movie. There's a great, I don't know if they're going to show it. I feel like they will show it before the actual screenings of the movies in cinemas, Whereas like a false like charity organization, PSA, that's about comedy, delivered by Liam Neeson, and that fully sets you into motion with the film going forward. But the information that he gives in that little bit makes me kind of sad because now I think about it, there really isn't that many comedy movies that come out these days. There's a lot that just try and rely on that gross out humor or that subtle humor. Whereas this one, it is out and out being a true comedy. And whilst everything doesn't work in terms of the jokes, the ones that do will hit you very hard, but it would not have worked if it weren't for the performances in this. Liam Neeson commits to this role. Liam Neeson is great in this. So is Pamela Anderson as well. They are both hilarious. Some of the sight gags we get between those two just have me in that face palm, eye rolling. I'm in stitches. This was a very funny movie, and that's why I want to go into this. I wanted a funny spoof movie like those of old, and it works. So the moments where you're seeing obvious fake arms or a dummy being thrown across the way, it's not trying to pretend this is a serious movie. It is genuinely just committing to the spoofness, and is just trying to be funny the whole way through, and dips its hands in every pie when it comes to the different elements of comedy you can lean into. It's not breaking records. Like, I don't think it's an airplane or a planes, trains, and automobiles kind of hilarious, heartwarming ride. But in terms of the commitment from the actors, the visual gags, how it's relentless in how much it gets at you with its gags and its humor, that you don't have a second to breathe, really. This is one that I had a thoroughly good time with personally. Before I get into my overall grade though, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, make sure you click the like button and subscribe for more video reviews that's coming all the time. And what is your favorite spoof comedy of all time? Be that one of the old school ones or even one of the newer ones. I am curious to know, so let me know down in the comments below. But until further ado, yeah, The Naked Gun. It should not work. It is 2025. This sort of slapstick, these elements of humor haven't been seen for quite a long time. And maybe it is a case of the absence makes the heart grow fonder. I thought this was a hilarious movie. The actors fully commit to it. The way it is shot is a lot of fun. It doesn't put all its eggs in one basket when it comes to comedy. Some of the dry humor is the funniest. The visual gags are some of the funniest. And the blunt, literal humor as well. There's just a lot of humor going into this, but the bit that made me laugh the hardest was a rules of three set piece that just stacks it up one after the other. The first two come in quite quickly, then that final one really hitting you hard. I had a very good time with The Naked Gun. It's not an absolute game changer, but it's a welcome return to the comedies of old that are just there to make you laugh. So for me, I'm going to have a say that The Naked Gun is a good cup of tea. So Naked Gun, have you seen it? You have let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, you like what's in the channel, click a like button and subscribe for more videos that's coming all the time. I'm coming up later today. I will have my tier list for the month of July, where I only really saw 8 new movies, but I have stuff to say about each one that I'm curious to dive into. Until next time, everybody, I am Josh. I've been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.